It's your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and today we're going to a very special little pop-up in Silver Lake for World of Warcraft Legion Remixed. This is a little pop-up that's being hosted by Chain, which is sort of like a fast food collaboration event company, and so you can see all these little boxes they have in their shelf there, and those are all the collaborations they've done. They do a box for every collaboration, and today's collaboration is with World of Warcraft Legion Remixed. And I'm gonna be honest, this one was really cool. Green and orange are two of my favorite colors. Oh, well, I'm gonna be honest, yellow is my favorite color, but orange and green are two of my favorite colors for like clothing because it just looks good on me, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed that about me. I wear a lot of yellow and a lot of green, but yeah, this was a super cool event, and I was a +1 for my buddy SoCal Anime Events. Be sure to check him out on Instagram. And here we are putting on our wristbands, and even the wristbands were themed, so they went all out for this event. And once we get inside, you'll see that it was absolutely super impressive inside. But I will have a little montage here just so you can get a little taste of what to expect.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a
Okay, and that montage was super cool. That kind of dived us forward a little bit, but we're still in the lobby here for the main video, and we're gonna be checking out some of the merch here. They had some really cool merch for sale here, and I had to take pictures of everything. And I'm gonna be honest, I did get something at the end, but we're gonna have to talk about that later. They did have shirts, hats, jackets, all sorts of different types of merchandise here. I think it was like a black shirt and a white shirt, and then this jacket. It's kind of like a windbreaker. And they've got the logos on them. I'll talk about them again a little bit later. And then to get into the main pop-up zone, you have to go through this giant kids meal box. I don't know if you'd call it a kids meal box, a Happy Meal box. They do this with all their events. They have a giant Happy Meal themed box here that you have to enter. And today's event is themed after Murlocs. They're like this green. They're what's on the shirts there that you guys just saw. They're like these green things in World of Warcraft, like kind of like frog things. And that kind of is the theme for today. So it's Murloc's Felfired food, and it's an interesting experience, guys. We are going on a food tasting journey. I'll be honest. Me and my buddy were like, there was a lot of people coming in at the same time because, you know, the reservations all start at the same time. And so we kind of got out of luck here. I wanted to get a nice video of me coming in, but there was just so many people coming in and out that we just couldn't get a shot of it. I will say we could have probably gotten one at the end of the night, but I just wasn't thinking at that point because they had free drinks in here. Well, not free drinks. They had one free drink in here, and it was a little strong for me. So it kind of took me out. But here we are going on inside. Here's the full experience. This is not an exit, guys. It's only an entrance. There is a secondary exit that we come out of later. They've got this giant board of their founders, and they've also put a Murloc on there, which is kind of funny. And then all the lights in here have been swapped out for green, which is kind of crazy. And you probably saw some of the footage, but like they've got like crazy stuff going on in here. Like they've got like the Colonel and Ronald McDonald and all these other fast food places, but they've kind of like tricked them out to be, I don't know if you'd call them World of Warcraft themed, but like they're wearing like Zorro masks. I don't know if that's actually anything to do with World of Warcraft, to be honest. I'm not the biggest World of Warcraft fan, guys, so don't expect any deep lore knowledge here from me. But this was cool. They had a nice little art gallery here, so to say, for the new mode, I think. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you if any of this was new or not, but it was cool to see. The people here were like streaming, and so it was kind of hard to get through them. And this isn't even like, I don't even understand why we were like all lollygagging at this front entrance. I was trying to film something here, but again, all the music in this place was, they were playing like copyrighted music for the whole time we were there. All like 2-3 hours we were there, it was just like rap music and hip hop. And this was the third day, so this was the final day of the event. This was only a 3-day event in Silver Lake in LA, but it was kind of fun. The downsides to it being on the third day is so that music is, they told me that they were playing World of Warcraft music originally, but the music was putting the staff to sleep, and so they had to change it up to actual music to keep people awake, because I mean, the event starts at like 6 p.m. every day, I believe. I don't think they had day shifts, so it just was putting people to sleep as they worked, because it was, you know, gameplay music, especially if it's like background music, can be a little calming at times, and I just don't think it was the right thing for them. But then they chose to put rap music, and it's just like, I can't make videos in here if you're gonna put that. So, you know, unfortunate. They did have this cool gaming setup station here, so they had like 5 or 4 computers here. Some of them were unlocked with a bunch of stuff. Some of them were not. The one I looked at didn't have anything unlocked. And then I saw another one someone was playing, and they had a bunch of skills and stuff. So I think it was kind of just like, here's a new account, here's a new account, and here's 2 maxed out accounts or something like that. I was sort of just admiring the LED neon signs and the green lights. The whole aesthetic of this place was really cool. I really wish I could have sat in these chairs, these couch areas where the smoke was all coming up, the fog. It was so cool looking. And then I'm sort of just coming back because I want to get a picture of this colonel here. Look, yeah, they put these masks on them. I don't know if these masks have anything to do with World of Warcraft. I do think the horns do. I think the horns are like one of the bosses or something, but yeah. Correct me down in the comments if I am wrong about that. But this place is like totally like 50s diner themed, which is super cool, and I love the green lights. It's kind of interesting because everything's like normally red and white in here. And, and then they've changed it to green. So to get the food, you come outside, you have a buzzer, and then you come outside to this outdoor area, and there is a bunch of food on this shelf here, and that's where you get it. It comes all in the box, and then you can go inside and get a separate drink. This is me tasting the drink. I'll have some footage. I put the footage of me getting the drink in the intro there. I had like a smoke bubble on it, and it took me so long to find a place to sit down that the smoke bubble burst before I could sit down, so I was a little peeved about that. This is the burger. The burger was actually pretty good. I will say there was pickles on it, and it was like, it's kind of hard to tell what it looks like in this green light. That's the one downside of this green light, is like, it was really hard to get decent photos without trying to use a flash. Yeah, I'm kind of sweating here. Man. There was a lot of standing around trying to like find a place to sit down. I'm so glad we were able to find a place to sit down after a while. We also did get free pins, and the drinks came in a cup that you got to keep. Unfortunately, with the drinks, there was 4 different drinks you could get, and 3 of them were alcoholic and 1 was non-alcoholic, and they only had 1 of the alcoholic drinks left and 1 of the non-alcoholic drinks. Well, the only non-alcoholic drink. So 2 of the drinks were out of order, and I was a little sad about that because the one I wanted to get was just not available. Their drinks were too strong for me. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm a lightweight. But let's go to some photos because the vibes of this place were absolutely phenomenal. Again, I'm not the biggest World of Warcraft fan, but this place was so cool. I could see myself coming back here 1,000 times if this was a real location. And I don't know if this is like a precursor to something they'll actually do, or if this was just like, you know, marketing. This is also like the same weekend as TwitchCon, so I think that's sort of why I got the invite. Well, me and my buddy got the invites to this because most of the streamers and gamers went all down to TwitchCon. So, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that they had this at the same time as TwitchCon, because that means like all the actual people who would probably be gaming would probably be down there, right? Like, I don't know. Does TwitchCon even have gamers anymore? I don't know. But, you know, just open the box, checking out the food here. Yeah, let's talk about a food review here. So the burger was good. The fries were absolutely delicious. And here is that pin. As you can see, I got a red Murloc. There are actually 3 different Murloc pins you could get. Me and my buddy both got the same pin, unfortunately. And he's eating his food. And then here's again that founder's board. There was also a bunch of stuff in here that they had signs that you couldn't film because they had like a bunch of art stuff going on with them that like was, you know, privy to NDAs, I'm assuming. But the, you know, the final piece of the meal here was this ice cream, and it was like caramel ice cream with like some coffee brownie bits at the bottom, and there was like some blue stuff on top, like some blue candy. I don't know if it was pop. It didn't taste like Pop Rocks. It was kind of like crunchy like Pop Rocks, but it didn't pop like Pop Rocks. So I don't really know what it was. And then it had bonita flakes, so like fish flakes on top. And so it was trying to go for this like sweet and savory, but like also kind of going for like what a Murloc would eat, I assume. It was absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the few times I have not finished ice cream. I don't think any of this went together very well. You know, so maybe someone out there really liked, if you like fish, maybe, I don't know. I've never not finished ice cream before, and that's probably the first time I've not finished ice cream. But yeah, here's just a bunch of photos of me, you know, and the venue, because it looks so cool. Everything in this place was just absolutely phenomenal. Let me know if you guys are a big World of Warcraft fan, and if you guys like Murlocs and all this jazz. But that's probably where I'm going to leave it today, guys. I will say I did pick up one thing from the merch store on my way out, and that was the hat. So they had these nice green hats, and they kind of have them on the bottom there. I got a close-up coming soon, and they were 25 bucks. So the shirts were like 35. I think the jackets were like 50, and the hats were like 25. So I had to get one because it just was phenomenal. I love green hats, and yeah, it just looked so good. I will say it's more of like a trucker hat, and it's not as high quality as I was hoping. It's not like a full cloth hat all the way around, so the back has got like a plastic mesh, so it's not like the craziest thing. I will say I did prefer that over the shirt or the jacket, because the shirt, I don't wear white, and the jacket, even though I like windbreakers, the print on the windbreaker looks like it would come off with time, and with the hat, the logo and stuff is like embroidered on, so I know it's not going to come off over time. But again, that's where I'm going to leave today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. And be sure to check out my friend SoCal Anime Events on Instagram. And I also link his YouTube down, or here at the end of the video as well. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!